Won't you stop and take a little time out with me? Just take 5.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's do it. All right. So we got 4 faces on the pod this morning. Thank you to everybody that's about to join, I guess. At Take 5 Pod. Make sure y'all follow us everywhere at Take 5. That's TAKEVPOD. All right. So we at take5pod.com as well. Go ahead and check us out on our website. And without further ado, let's get straight into it. We got a guest on here, Mr. Joey. You know, he's a frequent flyer, but we're glad to have him with us this morning. How you feeling?
Joey.
I'm feeling good, man. Thanks for having me on once again.
Absolutely, absolutely. So let's go ahead and talk about your volleyball career real quick. You know what I'm saying? How's that going for you? And are you getting the trophy this season?
There's no trophy to be gotten, but I've been focusing on my recovery. I destroyed my shoulder last winter. We'll be back in about a month. I tore my labrum, dislocated my shoulder, got surgery this past summer. So we're going steady. Physical therapy has been great, but we'll be back to fully healthy in a month. So I'm super excited. I'll be back to hooping. I'll be back to volleyball. I'm super excited.
I did not know you hooped.
Ian knows.
Oh, yeah. First day there, a little hungover first morning. He definitely gave it to me. But I got him back once, I think.
I mean, if we know anything about Ian's game, like
Morgan.
Boy, what do you mean, Morgan? What do you mean, Morgan? Like, Morgan, if you know anything about your game, that probably was.
I have a deeper bag than you, Morgan.
A what?
A deeper bag.
What?
You don't even believe that.
I do.
Yeah, nobody believes that.
You don't even believe.
All right, I guess you just have to see. You have to see.
Anyway, I do not hoop anymore, and I still would dust you off the map. Just let it go. Like, definitely wipe you clean off the face of the earth. But anyway, episode 29, Julio on the go. All right, so we got to talk about, Philly just a little bit. So, Ian, go ahead and tell us what this addition to the Philadelphia Eagles is going to mean for your squad.
I mean, honestly, I don't think it's that much of a big deal. I do think it does help our offense a little because our offense is kind of struggling in the passing game. I do think third receiver, like a solid third receiver, does help our offense. Because I feel like Quez Watkins being hurt, and who's even stepping in for him? Like Alameda, I think he's like our third receiver. He's okay, but I think Julio's definitely a bit of an upgrade. So I do think it does help us a little, but it's not gonna really move anyone.
Jacob, you're nodding your head down there.
This is very true. Yeah, he's just old and washed up now, so like minimal impact by signing him.
It gives us a little bit more depth, and because if Devontae or like AJ Brown gets hurt, because they haven't got hurt since they've been with us, so that's been luck. So if we do have injuries, maybe he can step in and provide some help.
So y'all watched this interview, right? Where the reporter was like, so do you think you have anything left in the tank? Like, do you have anything left?
No,
that's what they asked him. Like they asked him if he has anything left in the tank. And, in so many words, he said, "Man, y'all are crazy." Like
that's such a difficult question. Oh my god.
Nah, I mean that's fair to ask, dude. He hasn't played football in like a year now. He's 34. Like last time we seen him, he wasn't good. Like we just gotta be honest. But like if he's healthy and he's a little bit back to form as the third receiver, it's a little scary.
I mean, health has always been the issue. I don't know if it's been his game. You know what I mean? I don't know if he's necessarily, slowed to a point where he's not still like a U2, you know what I'm saying, fringe 3, type of receiver.
So like a fringe 3 on our team, I feel like. We spread the ball around, I feel like. Like sometimes AJ will have a good game, sometimes Devontae will have a good game, sometimes Dallas Goedert will have a good game. Like maybe Julio can have a good game.
Not Goddard.
Sometimes the opposing corners have a good game too. They sometimes they score as well, but like, I think we need to put respect on his name though. And that's all I want to say about it. We need to put some respect on his name.
That's fair. He's a top 5 receiver of all time. That's fair.
He's top 1.
Anyways,
He is top 1.
okay. Not even better than AB, but that's a different discussion.
What did you say? AB?
You heard
Antonio Brown?
Yes.
Bro, watch him out.
He got arrested the other day, by the way. You know, I forgot what he did, but
He got arrested, you said?
He definitely did. You know, shout out AB.
I can believe it.
For sure. All right, let's stay with football. Okay, so we had a Thursday night matchup. You know, who that Saints, you know, going out bad per usual. That's what we love to see. Let's talk about these Jaguars, though. Okay, I believe they're 5-2, if I'm not mistaken. They're looking good, playing in different cities, different countries, and they're handling their business. You know, is this a team that should be on our radar?
Yeah, I mean, they've been on my radar for a while.
Yeah, I feel like the addition to Calvin Ridley kind of confused them a little in the beginning because they were kind of like trying to target him a little bit too much. But now I feel like they're getting back to their old ways from last year, like to their success to Kirk. Like I feel like Kirk might be their like slick number 1 wide receiver. Like, so I think that they found like their identity from last year, and I think that they're still going to be a good team. Like they were last
Ridley
year.
can't be ending the game with 1 reception, 5 yards.
Yeah, that's a little concerning.
That's in a winning effort, though. And that's in a winning effort. So I mean, if you could do that, you know, win against, let's say, a mid-pack team, you know what I mean? The Saints, they definitely have some pieces over there. You know, they can make some shake if you let them. They're probably 500 going into it. I feel like that's a good sign for this team. I really do. Trevor Lawrence playing some very excellent ball. You know, he's definitely been slinging that rock. We know exactly what he does. They look good. They look good, man. I don't know. Who's in their division?
Texans. The Texans, Colts, and Texans, Colts, Jaguars, and who's the last one?
They're not in our division. Titans.
Yeah, Titans.
Yeah.
So yeah, they should win the division. I don't know about Houston. They might be like a little sleeper team, but they should win that division. I feel like.
Bro, you got to stop it. What do you mean by a sleeper team?
What do you mean?
A sleeper team in the division? Like,
yeah, in the division, not like in the AFC as a whole.
But what are they?
Who?
The Texans. What's their record?
It's
The
probably
Texans?
like 500.
Yeah,
Let me see.
they won a couple games.
And went out bad to Desmond Ridder. Like, what are we saying?
That is going out the worst way imaginable.
You can sleep. You can slip. You can what's it called into the playoffs, bro? You can slip into the playoffs really easily.
I don't know about really easily, but you know, it's possible. It's possible, but you know, that Jags team, they can make some noise. They can definitely make some noise. I'd say 5 pod, man. So I'm gonna keep it moving. All right, so we got to get some stuff out of the way. Joey, we got to talk about these side mission sports that we got going right now. You know, it is the playoffs. Actually, before we even get into that, you know, shout out Agent Wilson, you know, and the Las Vegas Aces. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's go ahead and talk about that for a minute. You know, had to take out Breonna Stewart, Vandersloot, in the gang. You know, definitely dust them off. But all right, we'll go into baseball. Ian, what's up with y'all?
Very shaky last 2 games. Very, very embarrassing game last night. We had the win in our hands. Just let it slip. But we'll be back today.
That was so bad yesterday. I need you to know that. Are you serious?
This working is so ugly. No, but we'll be back today for sure. Like, tune in at 7. Okay? I want the same energy at 7. I want the
Well, there's no need to get defensive, big man.
I'm just being for real. Like, we got our ace today. I think. Wait, no. What's today? Game 4? Ooh.
This game 5. Y'all
Oh,
tied
game 5?
up.
Yeah, game 5. Yeah. So we have our ace today, so we're straight, I think. I feel like our ace is better than theirs. It just might depend on the crowd. I don't know, bro. It's going to be a good game, though, for sure. Good game for sure.
Is that
Jacob.
tonight?
Yeah.
Is that 3 back? Is it like back to back to back to back?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is tough. No, that's definitely tough. Jacob, you watched that game last night, didn't you?
I was kind of watching it.
Yeah, I mean, that's all you could do it basically. I gotta have one screen
Yeah,
here.
I can't sit
You know
there and
what I'm
lock into
saying?
a baseball
And then,
game.
you feel me? Like you gotta
What?
watch. You
Bro.
gotta do something else on the side.
Playoff baseball is some of the best playoff sport like in America, bro. Like what are we talking about?
You believe
Wow.
that?
Yes, it's probably better than the NBA playoffs. Like NBA playoffs is terrible. I know I got like y'all hoopers in here, but like I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest.
No, that could be your worst take ever.
Dude, I don't want to get into it, Carol, but but I'm back to the Phillies. Like we had a terrible last game, but I think we'll win. We'll win today, and then win it in the bank. Close it out.
You better hope.
We'll definitely see about that. We'll definitely see about that. So, all right, on the other side, Houston's leading 3-2. Okay, who do we like out of that series to finish it off?
Probably, sadly, the cheaters. This is like their 4th World Series in the past 6 years, so it's really nuts. They're still cheating.
They're tough. I mean,
they're cheating.
I think they just found out a different way.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you talk about sports in America. This is definitely the most riggable sport in America. You know, y'all know your history. Come on now, like they'll rig a game in a minute, no cap, like they did against the Braves.
Huh?
I'd take 5, man. All right, let's get into some real sports that we're talking about here. So I almost had to add a slide. I already told Joey, like I almost had to add a slide about the Kyrie stuff. Like that was absolutely insane this morning. But
that was crazy.
This is another happening this week that I want to get y'all's take on. So let's get into.
Put you at number 65. So how do you feel about that ranking? And does it give you any extra motivation to come out there and show them what you could really do?
Bro, I saw the list, but I didn't see like myself. I didn't go in there and just like search it out. But I saw it was 60 something, but 65. That's so the immediate reaction would be for me to be like, what the fuck, 65? This is, bro, I've been in this shit too long, bro. Like I just have. I feel like ESPN's whoever is gonna release a list to get that reaction, you know, from the mass crowd and be like, there's no way this person's supposed to be this low or this high and this is that. Bro, they playing their role, and I'm gonna go out there and show them why I ain't 65. It's really just that easy. I can sit here and, like I said, woe with me, be pissed off about it, or go out there and hoop. And for the ones that actually know hoop, realize why I'm a top 5 center in this league. So,
and that's where you feel top 5 centers in this league is reasonable for yourself.
Very, very reasonable.
Okay.
Very reasonable. Absolutely, bro. There's nothing. I really feel like there's not much I can't do on the floor. Like, if you ask me to go out there and do something, I can do whatever it is that.
Bro, kill me with the stuttering at the end. So, top five. Like, you think 5 is reasonable? 5 is reasonable for you? Like, all right, man. So, I'd say 5. Like, we got to get into some barbershop talking just a bit. All right, so we're talking top 5 centers in the NBA right now. Okay. Obviously, we have the Jokic and Embiid. After that, you know, some opinions, some varied minds can follow. You know, so I'm going to pass it to our guest. Joey, is Miles Turner a top 5 center in the NBA?
I think it's hard, but I think when you think about it, he's a very elite rim protector. He's a very elite three-point shooter for a big guy. I don't think it's far-fetched as people are making it seem. I think he's top 10 for sure, but top 5, I don't know. You got to like in the picture, you got Jokic, you got Embiid, you got Sabonis and Bam, but who else would you have after that? Like, I mean, I think Miles Turner, especially with the play of Tyrese Halliburton, I don't think it's like far-fetched definitely top 10. Like you could probably talk me into top 5, but I don't know. You gotta really like dig deep.
Do y'all count AD as a 4?
See, this is what we also have to discuss now.
There we go.
All right. So the 4 and 5 situation. Who's actually a center? Who's actually a power forward? You know, this, that, and the other. I believe that Anthony Davis is a 5, like right now. You know, he played 5 last year, the whole year, right? He was our 5. So I don't know why we would Anthony Davis is on a 5 right now. And if that is the case, then yes, he's easily up there, right? Is Anthony Davis number 3 behind Jokic and Embiid in y'all's eyes?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You know, I think we can agree upon that. Might be higher, you know, but it's neither here nor there. It's neither here. Let me read out some stuff to y'all though. So Miles Turner's been in the league 8 years. His issue has always been health. Okay, so he's played 65 plus games only 3 times in those 8 years. All right. He's a 2-time block champ in this league. Average 18, 7.5, 8, and 2.3 blocks last year. Okay.
Dang.
Now he can protect the rim with the best of them. He's a very good player. Can straight like Joey mentioned everything. So let's get this out of the way though. Who's a 5? Who's a 4? All right. What about Karl Anthony Towns? That's a name
I forgot about him. He's a 5.
Yeah, I think he's a 5, right? He plays 5, right?
mean, Rudy Gobert, like they have that Twin Towers thing going right now. Like
he's a 4, honestly.
Who?
Rudy. I mean,
Cat. No.
Yeah, Cat.
I mean, he plays the 4 right now, but like he's played the 5 all his life.
Yeah, but I mean, he can. Okay, I guess that's
He
true.
played the 4 at Kentucky, didn't he? With Willie Cauley-Stein.
Or all of his NBA career.
so it's like let's
Hey,
just get a general consistency.
Let's just say big
forward?
man. Let's just say big man. Like he's not a top 5 big man. He's not close.
He's not a top 10 big
No
man.
shot. No shot.
Is the top 10 big man?
If we're doing big man, no.
I don't think so.
You can't because you gotta say like Zion and like
Giannis,
Yeah.
Okay, for sure.
LeBron, honestly.
For sure.
I don't know about LeBron, but
Not LeBron.
Let's tease this. No, not LeBron. But anyway, let's tease this out a little bit more, though. Let's tease this out a little bit more. So let's keep our minds on the 5 spot. People who last year started the game and finished the game playing 5. Okay. I think Anthony Davis will be up there. So I'm gonna add Anthony Davis to that top 3. Jokic, Embiid, AD, Sabonis. He played 5. Are we gonna give him that love over Miles Turner?
definitely.
Yeah.
Sabonis, he's a very good player. I don't know why, I don't think we could do that, but Bam Adebayo averaged 20 and 9 last year, helped lead that long playoff run, was very crucial.
Yes, I'm taking him.
Definitely. And I remember saying Bam was top 5, and I got insane backlash. Like, I was crazy.
Dude, Bam is not that far. Like,
He's
let's
top 5?
be honest.
I don't know if Bam is top 5.
Okay, but we don't have centers in this league anymore. You know what I'm saying? Well, all I'm saying is like, when we call somebody a top 5 center, that's not like Sabonis was on the number 3 spot on this hoops hype. I think that's what it's called. Hoops hype list that came out. You know what I'm saying? So he was number 3. I don't believe Sabonis is that guy. All right. But he's up there. Is there anybody else we should put up there in front of Miles Turner is my question.
I'm really taking what's his name on the Rockets?
It's about to get thrown.
Sengun? Oh my God.
Yeah.
I already know it's about to get thrown.
I would take Chet though. Chet.
Oh yeah, I would take Chet too.
I might take Chet.
And Wembanyama, honestly.
Yeah,
like,
Wembanyama. Yeah.
Here's the thing though.
Play for.
Here's the thing though. I was talking to Mo like a few weeks ago, probably a month ago. I'm probably like the biggest holder of Alperen Şengün stock, probably like period. Like that dude, he
He's
could
gonna be
be so good. He has probably like top 5 upside like at his position in the league right now. Like
exactly.
I think he has more upside than I told Mo I think he has more upside than DeAndre Ayton right now.
For sure.
And here it comes.
DeAndre Ayton doesn't have upside.
We know what he is at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
But wait a minute. So
that's
you
crazy.
see, so we just leave DeAndre Ayton out of DeAndre Ayton was in the finals. All right. And we just leave him out of these discussions altogether. Why is that?
What
do you mean what?
He
what
wasn't
do
a
you mean
final.
what? He's a
he was in a
2010
finals,
player.
yeah, but like you think he like willed them to the finals or something?
He played very well that
team
playoff.
for real. He was on the squad.
He was an integral part of that finals run.
Yeah,
I
it's
guess
not like
you
they
could
had a
talk
super
about
team.
And, Joey, DeAndre Ayton, or Miles Turner.
I think at this point, I'd rather have Miles Turner. He's like I would genuinely have Miles Turner. His ability to stretch the floor and play good interior defense, like that is, I mean, aside from what Jokic and Embiid are doing, like he is probably the epitome of what you would want, like an average to above average center in this league. He is what you would want out of that 5 position right now. Look at Brook Lopez right now.
I think we're trying DeAndre Ayton. Like this is
We're trying DeAndre
No,
Ayton.
we're not.
We're trying it right now. We are.
What was that trying him? Like, what are you seeing that I'm not seeing in DeAndre Ayton?
Like I said, ever since DeAndre Ayton has been in the league, he's been a double-double guy. You know what I'm saying? He has been an integral part of what the Suns built. He's been the number 2 guy to Devin Booker for, until KD came into the picture, until he was off the team. You know what I'm saying? Like, DeAndre Ayton is not sweet. And we talk about guys that are looking for revenge this year, the Jordan Pooles of the world, the Russell Westbrooks of the world, whatever you want to call it. DeAndre Ayton is going to show y'all something on that Portland squad. He will. He will.
All right, I'd love to see it.
All right.
I just think he needs the ball to be effective. And at this point, like you have all these young guards on that Portland team, like Scoot, like Shadon Sharp, and Anthony Simons. Like, who's passing him the ball? He'll get his, but who's passing him the ball?
He'll be cut within 3 years.
Nah, this dude, Miles Turner doesn't even average a double-double. He doesn't even average 10 rebounds. What's up with him?
He's
I'm looking at it
small.
right now.
Miles Turner bigger than Ayton, but all I'm saying, he's not that type of. He's not gonna bang with you. You know what I'm saying? Like he's more of a perimeter, type of guy. But
no, yeah, give me Ayton, bro. I've seen a lot of Ayton. Like I've seen a lot of good from Ayton, bro. I'm not gonna like. We can't just sit here and like just take out the bad, like or take out
that's
the
what
good.
I'm saying. Hey, be in. Give us Ayton. We want Ayton on the squad. We want Ayton on the squad. All right, fellas, that take 5. We're gonna keep it moving. We got a little bit more to go. We getting through this pretty quick though. Not gonna hold you. All right, though. We back in Philly. Okay. We're back. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, but
Bro, what is that?
this pick is hard.
Stuff, man.
No, this pick is hard though. Like y'all really gotta, you got the money stacks. Definitely looking sinister. But in all seriousness, so James Harden, he's been away from the Philadelphia Sixers team due to personal reasons. I know a lot of us think that just probably just has to do with his ongoing beef with Daryl Morey that he's got going on right now. But just in case it isn't, full disclaimer, hope everything's all right with James in his personal life. All right, so let's get that out the way. And another Philadelphia guard going AWOL. Is James gonna be in a Sixers jersey this year or not? You tell me.
I mean, if he's not, like, I think we can still get enough for him. Where we should still trade him. Like, I don't think we should just like keep him on our team just like so he can ruin our chances. Like, because we're not getting to the finals with him on our team. Like,
You're not getting there. Period.
that's what I'm saying. Like, we're not even gonna get to the conference finals. Like, what's the point? Especially because he takes up so much cap space. Like, we need shooting, we need defense, we need all this type of different things on our team. Like, it's
Joey,
bad.
is he gonna be in the Sixers uniform this season?
I think it would be in his best interest to stay a Sixer this season. Me personally, I think it would, like, to get the money. I don't think the Clippers are trading for him. Like, what is James Harden's market right now at the contract that he's at and at the age that he's at?
It's Terrence Mann. Well, actually, it's not. It's less than Terrence Mann in draft picks. That's what it is.
That's crazy to me to think that he was once like one of the most explosive offensive players in the league and one of the best offensive players of all time. Like, I think it's crazy how much his value's diminished, but at the same time, like, the stuff that he's been pulling, this is nothing new from him. You see him force his way out of Houston, and when he left Brooklyn, I mean, it was a little more silent. I think the Ben Simmons stuff was more amplified than, James Harden's like, this is not what I signed up for type of deal. Like he's done this before. This has come to what we've expected from him now. We don't really know what he wants to do in this league, if he wants to stay as a primary playmaker. You've seen some reports that if he had went to Houston, he wants to be that 30 point per game scorer again. We don't know what he wants anymore.
Nah, your guess is as good as mine, honestly. Nah, your guess is as good as mine. My thing is this, and I know your front office has been able to, put some pretty good squads together over the past decade or so. Especially, giving Embiid some good parts, giving them some defense, giving them some perimeter shooting, point guards, etc. But with this James situation, I just don't know what you're going to get that's going to be a positive for your team. You know what I mean? Besides just getting rid of a nuisance. What do you think you could obtain for a James Harden? And we can go to fantasy land. Let's go to fantasy land with this. The contract doesn't have to make sense. Who do you think you could get for James right now?
Like you were saying the other day, I do think LaMelo wants out of Charlotte. So I do think there are a lot of like young players that want out of situations that they just don't want to be in, or like old players that are not want to get a new contract or something. Because I do think we will have the money if we get rid of James' contract. So I don't know. There's a lot of options, but the time is running out. Season's about to start, so we gotta do something soon. But I do like that LaMelo thing that you brought up.
But if you go break up what I said, make sure you get the full quote. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to.
I was gonna let you follow up. Like,
you're gonna let me follow up for real?
Yeah.
Okay, I appreciate that. That's a good segue. There's always a caveat in that, and the caveat is, what is Joel Embiid thinking right now? It's another point guard of his committing highway robbery. He doesn't even know what's wrong with James right now. Like, and again, we hope everything's right with this man, but you didn't send your starting big, your MVP, just a little text on the side, like, yo, like, this stuff is crazy right now. Like, I just have to, I got to do what I got to do. Like, Joel, the clock is ticking, man. The clock is ticking on Joel. He's not getting any younger. He's not getting any healthier. He needs to get out of that second round in order to really solidify himself as not only just a top big man of all time, but he could, with a finals appearance along with that, we really have to have those discussions comparing him to some of the, most elite big man that are
Here.
out there. So
I'll say something. I feel like we will make a move. I feel like if we see, I do think that the Sixers want to keep Joel like at all costs, like no matter what.
facts.
Like he's the only way we'll ever get a championship in the near future. So I do think that if we have to, we would trade like pretty much half our team to get like a real superstar that could help us, like I don't know, like a KD if the Suns didn't work, or like we're in fantasy land. So like it's like a real piece. So I do think their options are always open. Like Tyrese, he's not available, but he can be. I feel like at the right price, like anything to keep Joel Embiid, honestly, at this point, because I feel like he's gonna want another star or at least some more help.
All right, legit. So Joey, he's a Chicago Bulls fan. Okay,
Ouch.
they have their own type of turmoil right now. Rumor has it that if it comes, couple months into the season and they're sub 500, they might be willing to let go some of their star power. You know what I'm saying? They might be willing to let go of some guys. If they can obtain a Zach LaVine, let's say, is that enough to keep Joel happy?
Probably. Zach LaVine right now is probably twice what Harden is. So
Wait a minute, man. Wait a minute, man. I'm trying to decide if I want to let it slide or not. Like, what are you trying to say?
He's just a better all-around player.
I don't know if that's true. He might be a better scorer, which might be a better fit for our team. Like
he's younger.
He's definitely not the playmaker that James Harden is, though.
He's a better defender.
I feel like our offense doesn't need playmaking, and I feel like that's what's really holding back like Tyrese Maxey and like Tobias, because I feel like the playmaking really is just set up for Joel to get points, and I feel like lots of our players just get cold during the games. Like we see Maxey going to the fourth with 9 points. See Tobias, he's not showing up half the games. Like I feel like if Joel, if he has the ball like Jokic, like I feel like the double teams that he brings can just get people open. I feel like that might get everyone more chances for open looks, but I don't know. I feel like Harden is a little. He's a ball hog, pretty much. I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Definitely more of a ball dominant player, I'd say, than a Zach LaVine. Jacob does have a point. He is a better scorer, probably right now. Better athlete, gonna play better defense.
Better at shooting.
Maybe, and I mean, what the stats read, but it's just probably a factual. Zach was very good from three last year, if I recall.
Yeah,
he's been good from the three the past like 2 years.
Yeah,
he's
been like a 40% shooter.
He's a good player. No, he's definitely a good player. So I think you have to monitor all situations. I believe y'all should have tried your best, your absolute hardest to get Drew Holiday when he was available. But there's a lot going on with that. I understand. I would have done what the Celtics did. Got rid of, I don't know who they exactly got rid of for Drew Holiday off the top of my head. I think that was when they moved Rob Williams, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's when they moved the integral part of their team. I would have done that if I was the Sixers, but here y'all are again. I have absolutely no faith in that team. I'll let that.
Didn't we just beat y'all last night? Did Anthony Melton just put a 29 ball on you?
So Brad just got through. Brad just got through bringing up preseason basketball.
The Anthony Melton. You were the one texting my phone. You texted my phone first.
But this is what y'all have to do, because again, years ago, that loss that we gave y'all, it still stings.
See, you heard obviously years ago. Years ago, man. Right. No one was worried about years ago. I'm worried about now.
I mean, if you're worried about now, who's the better team?
We are better than you. Philly. We are still better than you. Dude,
bro, come on.
Our starting lineup without James Harden is better than y'all's team. Like, that's the sad thing. And we're gonna get pieces for James Harden. So, like, you should be worried.
Did you say pizza?
Pieces. We're getting pieces.
Y'all may be able to parlay a little 2027 draft pick or something like that.
You're nuts, but
I don't know what pieces y'all are trying to obtain.
Zach LaVine, LaMelo, list goes on.
Yeah, LeBron, Michael Jordan. Like, the list definitely goes on.
There are people available at every trade deadline, so we'll see.
It's definitely factual. It's definitely factual.
Bro, not Klay Thompson, bro.
Mo, I genuinely have to wonder where you get this stuff, man.
Say I
told you, I make it myself now. Like, I have the power. So, there we go. Will he stay or will he go? So we talk about Klay Thompson. Apparently there's been absolutely no progress in contract extension talks. Okay. Making it possible that in the summer he could test free agency. All right. Klay Thompson, we know exactly who he is. We know his history. He's one of the greatest shooters of all time. Unfortunately, he had a very gruesome injury that has since compromised his game just a bit. Not the defensive player that he once was, not the offensive player that he once was. Klay Thompson, what's in his best interest to do? Retire as a Warrior or test that free agency if he can get another ring on his belt without Steph?
I don't know
Joey,
why on earth he would leave. Like, that just doesn't make any sense to me because he's not going to get paid any more on another team.
Wow.
Nobody's paying Klay Thompson.
He took the words right out of my mouth, man.
What?
He's gonna
get Klay Thompson?
Yeah, who's not paying Hall of Fame Klay Thompson?
He's gonna get paid probably 20, in the 20 mil range per year anywhere else, but he's not gonna get paid 35 mil a year like he would in Golden State. He's a shooter. He's a lights out shooter. And if Duncan Robinson has taught us anything, shooters get paid.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying.
And he plays defense though too. You got to add that in. He's no scrub on defense. He's a winner, Hall of Famer, probably top 5 shooter of all time. He's getting paid.
You don't pay people based off their resume.
Yes, you do.
You most certainly do.
You pay people based off how they are now. What do you think Julio Jones' contract is?
Bro, are we comparing old Julio to Klay Thompson, who just won a ring?
Yes.
Klay Thompson just won a ring 2 years ago. What are we talking about?
Julio
and that was 2 years ago on the Titans getting 300 yards in one season. Whoa, these are two different type of players.
Steph Curry put up one of the best playoff performances of all time.
Bro,
so
come on, bro.
He did, but they won't win without Klay. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
let's be real.
I don't know.
No, but to your question, if I'm Klay, I would definitely try and test the water somewhere. I'm not retiring with some left in the tank. If I can get another ring without Steph to help my legacy, I'm definitely trying to do it.
Klay's legacy. That's not something that gets talked about very often because his legacy is so intertwined with Steph's, and Draymond's and the Warriors and what they've been able to accomplish. So I don't know. Does Klay ever think about that? And does he ever think about wanting to get it on his own? All I know is this. Once the Warriors crash and burn this year, once they brutally fail to accomplish, winning that chip.
That is not going to happen.
Yeah, that is definitely going to happen. Once they fail again, I feel like they're going to, Klay, especially, he's going to have to look around, because LeBron James might be on that phone, right? He might be on that phone and say, "Listen, Klay, right? Actually, I can't even call out LeBron because we about to win the chip. You feel me? But if we don't, you're gonna be on that phone. All right?
He would never play with LeBron.
He'd never play with LeBron.
He would never play.
I don't think he likes LeBron.
He hates LeBron.
What
does he hate LeBron for?
They had beef.
For the whole 3-1 thing.
Yeah.
They can't have that much beef. He was in Space Jam.
This is what I'm saying. Like, you know, LeBron does not have beef with anybody. He like
They
Drake.
were like genuinely beefing during that playoffs.
I mean, him and Draymond were too, but they're best friends now, so I guess.
Yeah, like let's be real. Like,
I mean, Draymond is just I can't even get into that.
can't even speak on it.
It's
You can't even speak on it. And then here we go at Miles. You know what I'm saying?
that's true. Sadly, that's true.
Nah, saying Warriors will brutally fail is nuts. Like after like we seen them just go back to the chip.
After we seen them just take that L, like what are we talking about?
I mean, they had a bad year, like, and they got rid of the
We're
problem.
supposed to win the championship every year.
No, not at all. Not at all. But I mean, they didn't do anything that Philly couldn't do. I mean, you get to that second round, you know, and just bow out. Like, you know, that's not. Is that supposed to move me? We're talking about the Warriors dynasty right now. Like, is that
the
supposed
Warriors
to
or the
move me?
Sixers? Okay.
For sure. But all I'm saying is, you go 7 games with the Kings. You know, they should have lost. It took the heroics of Steph Curry. You know, and he's getting older too. So all I'm saying is, if I'm Clay, you know, once you fail this season, you know, once it looks bad and your minutes are getting siphoned from, you know, Chris Paul, and I'm gonna be looking around like, hey, you know, I might want
You're trying to
something.
bully this man into come to the Lakers.
I'm just saying, like, this is the thought process of these athletes. You know, I would know. Like, I was in the NBA myself, so like, you know, he's trying to get it on his own. That's all I'm trying to say. Like, that's all. That take 5. Okay. So I messed this slide up just a little bit, just a tad. So we got college football on the top and a little bit of NFL on the top. We'll get to the NFL here as well, but so I got some of these college football games. What's Auburn doing, Jacob?
Auburn's losing. They'll probably get blown out
By who?
by Ole Miss.
Dang.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. But I'm excited for that Ohio State Penn State right off the bat. I got Penn State.
12.
That's 12.
Yeah, 12.
Damn.
I'm declaring right now there will be 2 upsets today. Penn State over Ohio State, and Duke will embarrass Florida State on national TV.
Why do you say that Duke take really quick? Because Florida State, you know, they can play.
Nah. Not really. They pretend like they can play, but they can't really play. And Duke can play, so.
Okay. It may have a quick clip I could do really fast. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could definitely put you on the airwaves with that one. What about Tennessee, Alabama? That should be a good little matchup. Perhaps.
I got Alabama.
Alabama.
They should handle them. Unless Milton gets really hot.
Stranger things have happened. Caleb Williams, do we expect him to play a little bit better tonight?
Yeah. I mean, Utah, their defense is like on par with Notre Dame's, so it'll be interesting. If he does not perform well against Utah, then we might have to start like saying you are a pretender. And that would make the best quarterback in the country, Jaden Daniels from LSU.
Would it now?
It would.
See, Jacob waited till we all don't know no college football like that. So he waited until we were all on to start spewing.
Hey, let the comments take it away.
You know, it's not computing to me. I can't. You know, I will start bringing up names because I'm just not knowing. But hey, we'll see. We'll let the audience decide on that one. We'll let the audience decide. We'll let the viewers get into it. All right, let's get some NFL talk in, and we'll see.
Oh, y'all are losing tomorrow, Ian.
No, we're not. Why do you think that?
You are definitely losing. You want to actually never mind.
Yeah,
y'all might go out bad. Like, I don't know. Yeah, what you think, right?
I think no, because we're getting a lot of our injured players from last week back. We're getting Slade back. We're getting our best defensive player back in Jalen Carter.
He's playing.
Yeah, he's playing this game. He said he feels great, so that's a good thing. But we're missing Reed Blankenship. I mean, our secondary has been a problem this whole year. So I mean, they're gonna score a lot of points regardless. Like it's the Dolphins, but I do think that we'll put up a lot of points. Well, I think we'll run the ball a lot better than we did last week. So I think Jalen, the pressure won't be all on Jalen this week. He'll definitely have a lot better game than last week. AJ Brown should go off. That's all I gotta say. We should win.
Very optimistic.
I mean, I'm just factual. Like dude, let's be real about the Dolphins. What name one good team that they beat this year?
What?
Name one good
Pull up
team.
their schedule right now.
Did they not beat the Bills? Am I tripping?
No,
They did beat the Bills.
No, they did not. They got railed by the Bills.
Am I tripping?
I don't know ball. I don't know ball.
What do you mean? I don't know ball. I had to remember this. This was weeks ago. Like, what are we talking about?
Like y'all talking about like they're hard. Like they beat someone 5. Who have they beat? They haven't beat.
Okay, they beat the Chargers.
Come on.
The Patriots is a solid little defense.
What? They don't have a quarterback.
And they put up 70 against the Broncos.
Bro, the Broncos are the worst team in probably like
70 points.
That's the worst defense I've seen like ever. Like, come on, bro.
Bro, 70 points.
Name one good team they played. You haven't done it. The point is,
the Chargers aren't good?
No, they have the worst defense in the league.
Oh, okay. The Chargers aren't good. All right.
They have the worst defense in the league, do they not? Bro, you just saw Justin
defense.
Herbert.
I mean,
you
it's down there.
You saw Justin Herbert just choke that game this week. Like, what are we talking about?
Bro, it's
What
one
do you
game.
mean? Okay, the point.
I hear what Ian's saying.
Yeah,
There
like,
might be some credibility to that statement. You know, I'm looking at Giants, Panthers, Broncos. Like, you know, there might be some truth in that.
I mean, I guess we'll see, won't we?
We will
You
see.
know. That's a big game for them. Now that's definitely a big game for them because again, when they did see the Bills, I'm remembering it now. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? They definitely got humbled in that game. So this is another good defense that they have to go up against, right? Jalen Hurts is going to be looking for a bounce back game, looking for revenge. That's going to be a good matchup. That'll be a good matchup. I'd love to see it. What else we like out of this week NFL?
Lions Ravens is gonna be a good one. Lions got tied for the best record in the league. Ravens, I think, might be 4-2, 5-1. But
Probably 4.
I think that's a good matchup. That was a good game last year. Came down to a 61-yarder, 66-yarder by Justin Tucker, I think. 66-yarder, which was crazy, but I think it'll be a field goal game this year too.
I just noticed the Chargers Chiefs.
That's a good one too.
No,
but with
it's
that
not.
Lions Ravens though, you know, Montgomery out. They got a couple other guys out of that game. We still believe in Jared Goff to come in there and handle his business.
Yeah, Jared Goff's actually like decent. He's mediocre.
Come on, bro. Mediocre.
Dude,
Yes.
if Jared Goff was on the Falcons, y'all would probably be Super Bowl contenders. Like, real deal.
Definitely.
We would. What does that mean?
Definitely.
You put any
better
mediocre
than-
quarterback in the Falcons quarterback spot, and we're making a Super Bowl.
He's better than
Yes.
mediocre, is what I'm trying to say. He's above average. We saw it on the Rams. Like, people just forgot about it just because he lost that Super Bowl and played mediocre after. But, like, he's a good quarterback.
All right, I'll put him slightly above average.
You're trying.
Of that. But okay, Chargers Chiefs. What are we expecting out of this one? So Pat Mahomes and them finally facing a poor defense. Actually, not even fine. They are facing a poor defense. Who do we like here?
It should be a little Chiefs blowout.
I think it'll be closer just because it's a division game, but I don't think they'll have trouble beating them. I think they'll probably win by at least 2 scores, I mean, like 10 points maybe, but not a complete blowout. Justin Herbert he looks a little injured with that. He has a broken thumb on his throwing hand, right?
I think it's his non-throwing hand.
It is his non-throwing hand.
No. Well, yeah, it's just
So no excuse really.
No, I mean, they were claiming that he couldn't take snaps under center, or didn't do it often for that reason. Trying to protect the hand a little bit. We saw how he played. I mean, it didn't really seem like that was bothering him per se, but I might lean toward Chiefs blowout here. That Chiefs defense has been talking all year, right? I feel like, Pat Mahomes and them, they've been a solid team. They won most all their games, right? But they have not thoroughly blown somebody out. I feel like they haven't really gotten that game where they going like up 17. You feel me? And it's very clear that this is that Chiefs team that's gonna be there at the end of the season. They take this and they smack them. Honestly, smack them. All right. So that's all we got for the slides. Okay. So I'm gonna pass it back to Joey. Joey, you got any more hoop takes for this last 10 minutes we got here? If not, I'll fire something off real quick. You feel me? I'll fire something out. Like,
hey man, give it to me.
I got a question
All
for
right.
you. All right, you
Okay.
can go, Morgan.
No, please, no. Go ahead. I would have to think.
All right. So with this new Dame trade to the Bucks, you think that squad is better than the Sun squad that they just put together? I think we might have touched on this a couple times, but
A little bit.
I personally think like you can't like the Dame Giannis pick and roll is going to be one of the most unguardable things in the league. You're either like giving up so many points on the interior, or Dame's going to bombard you with threes, or like they're not like devoid of depth. I mean, they got rid of Grayson Allen, which I mean will hurt them a little bit on the perimeter, a little bit defensively, but I mean, I don't know. Like you still have Bobby Portis, who is like a perennial sixth man of the year candidate. You've got they got Jay Crowder, who I mean isn't the defender he once was, but he can still shoot it occasionally. I mean, they're fine, but I think the main concern that I have with the Suns defense, and I think they had a really good offseason, is just defense. My main concern with the Suns is just defense, and they don't have a true playmaker.
you don't think they have enough offense, like enough firepower to to where the defense doesn't really matter? Like they're putting up 120 a game. Like
Defense always will matter. Like it's always gonna matter. At the end of the day.
Did the Nuggets have great defense? I don't think the Nuggets had great defense.
When the time came, they
Bro.
made very key defensive plays. They
Morgan.
had Bruce Brown.
No, we can't sit here and
What do you
say that
mean,
Nuggets
no?
had a good defense.
I'm not saying they were the best, but when it came down to it in the playoffs, they had to defend. Did they not?
They look pretty good.
Dude, they were just bigger.
Even
They were just bigger than the Heat. That's really that reason.
We don't worry about the Heat. That's not even, let's just talk about the West run.
The Lakers,
the
AD
second best on-ball creator for the Heat was Caleb Martin. Like after Jimmy Butler, like that was their best second on-ball creator, Caleb Martin.
Well, but
I hear you.
My point is like they weren't really like. I don't want to like disrespect the Lakers, but like there wasn't like enough firepower. There wasn't enough offensive firepower from the Lakers to where like they were really like worried. Like
that's a try. One, first of all, that's a try. Second of all, they played the Suns that we're talking about. They played Devin Booker and KD.
KD was terrible that series.
But ball and chain. That boy was getting locked up. That's why.
He was getting wide open shots. Bro was just missing. Dude, there's no way you can guard KD. He was just missing shots, bro.
All you could do is make a miss. Like, I don't know. We can't disrespect what they're doing.
My point is like you don't need with great offense when you have like three players who can give you 30 each night, you don't need great defense.
I think their defense will be a little bit better than we all are putting on. It'll be an issue, but if the question was Suns or Bucks, though, I believe that, man, I do believe that Suns team will be able to figure it out faster than that Bucks team.
Really?
Yes. The Suns have a veteran coach. I know he's new. They have a veteran coach, a lot of vets on that team that have been there and done that. The Bucks also have veterans as well, but their coach is green, and they have a new point guard. You know what I mean? They have a new guy that actually needs the ball to be effective.
But they have
Bradley
their
Beal
core.
can run around. He's played off of John Wall before. He knows his spots, and he's very efficient, whatever. We haven't seen Damian Lillard playing with true stars before, and they don't have a coach to really – well, I'm not going to try him, but, they don't have that coach that has been there and done that with stars in that head coaching position. That's my take.
I'm not gonna sit here and compare Giannis in his prime to prime LaMarcus Aldridge real quick, but I mean, he was still a star. LaMarcus Aldridge is still a star in Portland, but
No, I know what he's saying. I know what he's saying.
He's not. Yeah, he wasn't like a top 10 player.
He was a very good player, though.
He was a very good player.
Well, what do we say? No, but finish your point. Finish your point. Like,
LaMarcus Aldridge?
no, I'm with it. No, Joey, please. Like, finish what you mean by that.
No, I'll never forget. I seen LaMarcus Aldridge go for 40 and 10 one night live. Like, he was him.
LaMarcus Aldridge was a very great player.
He did.
He was a very great. I would like. He was a star. He was a star, but he was not like. I'm gonna admit he's not what Giannis is now, who is consensus top 2 player in the league.
Fact.
I think he was just saying because you said that Damon never really played with like a star. But I feel like LaMarcus Aldridge was a top 5 big man in the league in his time. So.
Easily.
Yeah.
In his prime,
and
absolutely.
I hear all of it. They're so different. And not only are we talking about just having one other guy, we also have a Chris Middleton to feed. You feel me? We also have, the Bobby Portises. We have Brooke Lopez is on the team. They all can eat as well. Like, I just think that Damian Lillard, he's going to be playing a completely different role that he hasn't played before, or we haven't seen him play before. It's going to be an adjustment period.
I got one more person to ask about, and I want Mo's opinion on this. What about Malik Beasley, though?
It seems like when you move away from LA, you suddenly learn how to shoot the basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen him in preseason lasering threes, and Malik Beasley, he's a good player, sharpshooter. I think he's going to be a good part of that team. I don't think he's going to move the needle or anything for that squad. I'm personally interested in seeing actually what their starting lineup will be. Like, are they going to run Dame, Middleton, Giannis, Portis, and Brooke, or are they going to put in like a Beasley or a PC Pat Connaughton in that 2 spot and run with it? I don't know, but
I think running Giannis at the 3 would be something like Mike Budenholzer stuff. I'm like, I would not advise that whatsoever. I just wouldn't.
He can do it. I mean, you sacrifice some shooting, he can do it.
You need Bobby Portis off your bench, man. You need him.
Probably. I think so. All right, guys, let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. At Take 5 Pod. Got to watch these college football games. Make sure y'all follow us everywhere. We will not be on next week. All right. So we will see y'all in 2 weeks. All right. We out.